Rusty? Is it cold outside? Yeah. So that means we're inside for another What's Inside video. We've got this bucket here of various rough gemstone material that we have collected from various vendors around primarily our area, but as far east as McDermott and as far west as I guess the coast. It's as far west as you can go. And we're gonna cut some more open, make slabs out of them so that I can eventually turn them into various types of jewelry pieces, cabochons and dangles and various things like that. And so we're gonna start with what's right on top here. This is a piece of Richardson's, so it came from Richardson's Rock Shop, Davis Creek, and it's rainbow obsidian. So rainbow obsidian, I believe, to get best results, we're gonna try to follow those grain lines and cut right the same direction of those grain lines, and that should be easy. But if I get in there and I find it's not going the best, I can always reorient. All right, so we'll start with that one, and then some Pyrite agate. And this is very translucent. I don't know what's inside Pyrite. I haven't cut Pyrite before, but Pyrite is one of Richardson's probably least expensive gemstones. It only runs about $1.50 a pound, but that is very agatized. So hopefully there'll be some inclusions of some kinds or other. I see different colors. Hopefully maybe some more dendrites. I don't know, something that gives it character. But I can see it flows from one color to another. So how are we gonna cut this one, Russ? We'll cut it the best way we can, mounting it. We've got a piece of graveyard point that we got from the guys at the Pyrite mine. They have access to some graveyard point, and graveyard point is typically plume agate because it grows in seams, forms in seams. And that's what it looks like this. So I think to get the best plume, pretty much got to cut it across. So that's what we'll do. We'll cut it across. Let's see, we got some, this is African blue lace. And that's another Richardson's product. Look at all the druzy on the outside. That's pretty. This is also a product sold at, a gemstone sold at Richardson's, and it's their Lavender Quartz. And what I liked about it is they have pink quartz up there too, but this stuff is more solid. There's a lot less fracture lines in it, which means there should be a little more usable. All right, a couple more here. What's this one? This one is more sunrise. We cut sunrise last time, so we'll do something different than sunrise. How about two more? One of these, this is, what does that say? Can you see what that says? Let's see. Sodalite. Okay, this is sodalite. And I see the sodalite has a sheen in it, like labradorite does, like sunstone does. There's a piece of Gary Green Jasper, which its new marketing name is Freedom Jasper. And we got this from the guys up there at the Pyrite mine. They have a claim out at McDermott for the Gary Green. And we were there and we saw there's a huge wall of this gorgeous green material. So it's not a very big piece, but it looks like we'll get a couple slabs off of there. And let's see, one more. Apatite. Another one that seems to have kind of a moonstone, kind of a schiller in it. probably have to cut this across the small sides, but I don't know. We'll have to try to figure if we can orient it according to where that schiller is so that you're looking straight on. We'll see. That should be interesting. And there's the Pyrite all chucked up in the vise and ready to go. Let's make it go. Here we go. Adios. All right. Are you ready, Toothless? Fire it up. And the oil is running. That's what I like about having this top. I can always make sure there's plenty of oil running. There it goes. Okay, got some rainbow obsidian from Richardson's Ranch, and of course I was looking at it as it was coming off, and I honestly didn't find much rainbow in it. I think there could be some color if I dome some of these pieces, and there's some translucent depth in certain parts. And the bands, cutting across the bands is definitely the way to try to pick up some of that rainbow. There could be rainbow there in the sun. We're just kind of stuck here on this regular light here, but yeah, I can see possibly some rainbow. It's really pretty stuff. It's got decent contrast between the light and the dark. I'm just not seeing any. Look at the back side. Any colors shining back, but I haven't asked Ruth to see what she thinks. If you see colors, let me know. I've got nice, pretty thick pieces, so being they're thicker, I have a better chance of coming up on some color. Let's try it from down here. It's pretty stuff. I know Obsidian be kind of fussy about finding actual rainbow stuff, but here's the last piece, the piece that I had chucked up in the vise, and yeah, it's got some good depth. So there's the Obsidian. Next, we did this bit fractured piece of Pyrite agate. Pyrite agate. Get the pieces up there and I'll spray them. There we go. And now this is some pretty stuff. I like it because it's clear. It definitely has kind of a smoky brown color through it. Very pretty that way. Nice contrast. Some of it's got these little dots in there. When I got down in here, let's see, I'll pull this here. You can see the contrast. You can see maybe you can see the little white dots in there, and then the colored area, and you can see that might be a little too bright for you, but you can see it's got neat colors. I like this stuff. It'll make some, I can cut around and get some. It's very solid. There's a few fractures in there that I would make sure I cut out of any cabochons. Oh, they got stuck. But pretty good stuff. That's like clouds right there. Maybe go like this with clouds in the air, soil underneath. Let's get this one sprayed here. Yeah, more clouds. Oops. That one definitely has some more, let's see here. Got more smoky up there. It's pretty. I was hoping for somewhat more character, but then again, until I cut it into dome-shaped cabs, I'm not really going to know what's in there. Pretty good. And here's that enough light on it that the base piece where it's a little darker yet. It's really pretty stuff, really neat. The part of that I like about it is in these darker areas, the light goes very deep, and you can see how translucent it is. You can see way in there, even though that's what, ½ inch thick. The light comes through certain areas, not so much through the white, but very good. Next was the Graveyard Point. Now Ruth and I actually have been to Graveyard Point and collected stuff, but as it is with all public areas like that, you can collect it, but you collect it for your own use, and it's not for sale. So if I'm going to make jewelry for sale, I need to make sure I use stuff that comes from a legal mine and is legally purchased. So here we go, and it's not a super plumy. Let's see if this will show it better. Not so much. It's not super plumy, but it has definitely got some plumes and some character in there. I don't know if that'll help at all, make it come to life there a little bit. Those will be really pretty cabs. Yeah, this is, I think some of the pieces we picked up ourselves out there, and it's right on the Oregon-Idaho border. In fact, part of it's in Idaho, but most of it's in Oregon. Some of the pieces we got were far better. I like this one better as it came in, as the plumes increased a little bit. Let's see if we can get it from this side. There you can start to see the plumes. Look more like cloud plumes. I would like I'd like it more contrast, but it's still going to be really pretty, I think, once they're domed up into cabs. So we can get it that way. There we go. Okay, a couple more here. Get it from the back first. Oh, look at that glow. Look at that glow. Let's get it over here where the camera is. Oh, look at that glow. That's pretty. And there's the front. Nope, that's not so good. Here. I think we're running out of water a little bit. And here's another one. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. Let's see, that one's got some character, a little bit of plume from the inside. Looks very nice. I mean, from the surface here, looks nice. Then this, as we got towards the end here, the agate kind of started to disappear a little bit. And this piece will probably be good enough for tumbling. But with the thicker part, you can definitely see the depth of some of that in there. Alright, plume. We'll get some really nice cabs out of the plume. Set that over here. Next we have the African blue lace. And I've done some blue lace work before. And the hardest part with the blue lace is finding large enough pieces that are not fractured for cabs, and I think this one's going to be the same way. Between the fractures and the host rock that's in it, or whatever it is that's not the agate part, it can be. Here, I'll zoom you in here. Let's turn you this way a little bit, and then we'll zoom you in on it so you can see a little better. There you go. It's very pretty. I would prefer to get a cab out of that curved part, but this, oh, there you go. See, that's, if it has fractures, the rest of it looks pretty solid, but that's going to be a pretty small cab. Let's see, where's that flashlight? I think, though, with, yeah, there you can kind of see. Right in, where is it? Right in there. There, that'll make a nice little cab. Small cab. The next one's a little bit bigger. Come on. This squirter's not squirting too good. Yeah, look at that. That is pretty stuff. It's got the white and the blue and the stripes. And there again, I think it'll fracture right down through there, but I can get a small one there and a little bit bigger one there. Then it gets a little bigger. Isn't that pretty stuff? And from the back with the see-through, look at that. Oh, there we go. From the back with the see-through, look at that. And then there's the, that's what it looks like with the white. Another one. Now these, there again, the cracks down the middle, but these are going to be decent sized cabs on this one, at least this part right here. And that's about how I've done with the blue lace before. You don't get huge chunks of clean stuff. This will make a really nice cab. It does have a really beautiful blue. Blue lace agate. It's from Africa. Lavender quartz. Very interesting. This stuff becomes far less colorful. So I started and I cut a couple off coming this way. You can see that, and I found that there were quite a few fractures in it. You got a fracture there, fracture there. Pretty stuff though. I mean, it is, and it is so clear. And so I cut a couple just to see, but not that great. So let's just keep going through here. Keep spraying. So that one got a little better, and that I could probably get a small cab there and a small cab there. But I thought, well, okay, so let's try it the other way. So I turned it the other way and started cutting the opposite direction, and I think we got a little bit better. A little, you can see that's kind of interesting, the character of that one. You get the backdrop. Oh, there we go. And it's a little thicker because of color. I'll show you the second one. Here we go. There we go. Now we get some pieces of lavender. There's some character in here that are not just fractures, but there's enough to get some bigger pieces out of here. And this will just be interesting. I haven't done it before. I don't know how. Probably what I'm going to do is just kind of bang them together, and if they fracture, I won't use them. But it's pretty stuff. It'll look really nice with the copper wrap stuff that I do. You can see it there. See the color. And then here's the end piece. Shows you how. So it's that thick, and yet look how transparent. You can see my fingers back there. Very cool. We'll see. We'll experiment with that. And the next is the sodalite, and I clamped the back in with mounting screws to try to get it to. This has just a beautiful color. I'll use this light right here. I think it'll show it off. How just blue it is, and then it's set off by those streaks of white. I'll have to look at what this is, because remember it had some schiller in it when you see it when it's dry, or some reflecting of some sort, and we'll have to check out and see which way is best to cut it. It is a bit fragile. This didn't break by itself. This broke because somebody has clumsy fingers. Still very pretty, and those are, I can still get 2 cabs out of each of those, so plenty. And then this one, I'll probably work from both directions. Get that side. There you can see some of the schiller that's coming off of it. Pretty cool stuff. That I'm looking forward to. I'll have to test it for hardness so I know how I can finish it off best. And then the last piece is this Freedom Jasper, formerly called Gary Green. This stuff has a lot of beautiful character and lots of different colors according to what Ruth says. So that's very good. It's very opaque. That's why it's a jasper. But you will see there are a few areas where you get a little bit of translucency. Keep it wet. This end piece, I had it clamped in the screws, and lo and behold, it got away. So I got that far into it. Before it came loose. Fortunately, it just came loose and stayed in the blade, so it didn't jam up the blade. So I'll have to cut that with my little trim saw and cut it apart. But this will make a lot. I mean, look at that. That has a lot of character. It does look like it's got grain. It used to be thought that this stuff was petrified bogwood. A lot of the stuff we saw out at McDermott looked like wood. Some of it was called wood. Some of it was called Jasper. But it creates something that has a lot of character. And I think that's cool. I hope that was cool for you too. Until next time, may the Lord bless you in the ventures of your life.